If you're like most travel hackers and have spent hours jumping from one site to the next, leaving a trail of 10,000 browser tabs, looking for that perfect award seat, then allow me to introduce you to SeatSpy. It's an award search tool that allows you to find available award seats in seconds instead of hours.
You've never mentioned this.
I want to be clear from the start that SeatSpy is not sponsoring this video, and we are not affiliated with them in any way. I just love SeatSpy, and I genuinely think that it will save you countless hours just like it's done for me. So let's go over the best ways to use this tool, what you can and can't do with the free version, and show you a real-world example of how I used SeatSpy to book a $7,000 flight using points. Okay, so we've looked at other award search tools in the past that are better for other situations, like Seats.Aero, for example, which is great for finding award seats on specific dates. But again, the area where SeatSpy really shines is finding award seats fast, like really, really fast. And that's largely thanks to its ability to search multiple months at a time based on the airline and, of course, your desired departure and arrival airports instead of one day at a time. For example, if we head over to the SeatSpy website, which I'll link to down in the description if you do want to follow along with me, again, not a sponsor, I can select from a drop-down of 13 different airlines, enter my departure and arrival airports, and whether I'm looking for a one-way or round-trip booking. And after I click search, I can immediately see award availability for the next 12 months. And if you've ever used any standard booking site with most airlines, then you know that usually you're only able to search a few days at a time at best. Plus, with SeatSpy, I can use this blue slider at the top of the screen, which allows me to filter by how many points are required to book, and I can add additional passengers, making it super easy to narrow things down even further. So instead of sitting at my computer for hours punching in one date after another, sifting through all of these unavailable dates, looking for the best redemption value on my points, I just enter it into SeatSpy and can see 12 months at a time. And by hovering over any of these dates, I can see the number of seats available, how many points are required to book that award seat, and even the taxes and fees that will be charged on that award booking. And to make things even easier, if I click on any of these specific dates, I can jump straight to the airline's booking site where that specific award seat is available and book my flight in seconds. Okay, this sounds amazing so far, and it is great, but there are a few important things that you need to keep in mind. So back on the SeatSpy screen from a second ago, you may have noticed that it is only showing us economy seats, which is all that is available for the free accounts. Now, that is certainly still a useful free tool, but if you do want to search for business and first class award seats, then you will have to upgrade to one of the paid account options, which we'll talk more about in a second. Also, in order to create search alerts where you will get a text or email when a specific seat that you set up becomes available, you also would have to upgrade to a paid account. Again though, still an incredibly useful tool, even if you just have a free account, and one of my favorite ways to use it is looking for award seats through the FlyingBlue rewards program, which is the loyalty program for KLM and Air France. Now, I won't get into too many details about FlyingBlue specifically because we actually just made an entire video covering our journey from Washington to Amsterdam, which was booked using one of these FlyingBlue promos. So if you want to learn more about that, I'll link to that video down below the like button. But long story short, each month FlyingBlue releases a group of somewhat random destinations that are available to book using these FlyingBlue promos. For example, these various routes out of Vancouver, which can take you all the way to Paris for as little as 15,000 points, but if you actually click on this promo and begin searching that specific route, I'm only able to search one date at a time. And I am not kidding when I tell you that I sat here for 30 minutes clicking through one date at a time, and not once did I find the specific date where that 15,000 point promo was actually available to book. But once I got frustrated enough to at least prove my points, I went over to SeatSpy, entered the exact same search criteria, dragged the slider to 15,000 points, and within seconds, I could see these specific days over the next 12 months that promo rate was actually available to book for just 15,000 points. And by the way, that flight would cost nearly $800 out of pocket, meaning for an economy seat, you're looking at over 4.5 cents per point, which is amazing. And again, all of that is available with the free SeatSpy account. It's also worth pointing out here that while a lot of these promos, including the example that we just looked at, do go through the FlyingBlue hubs, which are Amsterdam and Paris, as long as your desired route is available, these FlyingBlue rewards apply anywhere in the EU. So you have a lot of options here. Okay, so I think think we can all agree that the free account is pretty awesome, and while it certainly is very limited, it can be useful in certain situations and save you countless hours on its own. However, it doesn't let you search for those premium award seats, and your number of available searches per day is very limited and will run out pretty quickly. So while I do want to focus on the free functionality of this account, let's quickly talk about what you get if you did decide to upgrade. They have two paid plans currently, the first of which is their premium plan at $3.99 per month, which gives you unlimited searches, the ability to set up alerts for award availability, access to their Where Can I Go feature, which allows you to input an origin destination along with some other filters, and it will give you all of the available award options from your origin airport. So if you want to go on a great adventure using miles and points, but you're not as worried about the end destination, then this is the tool for you, and I've used this a number of times myself. And of course, with this premium plan, you unlock the ability to search for business and first class flights as well. Now, they also have a first class plan, which is $9.99 per month and gives you unlimited alerts, whereas the premium plan only gives you 4 active alerts. All right, so if you wanted to upgrade, that's what you're gonna get. But again, other than the limited number of searches per day, the free SeatSpy tool is perfectly adequate, especially if you're not interested in business and first class award seats. I will say that for me personally, while I definitely hate the idea of adding another subscription to my budget just as much as the next guy, it was actually an alert that I had set up on my premium SeatSpy account that notified me of a FlyingBlue promo that became available between Washington, D.C. and Amsterdam in business class. These tickets were available to book for just 56,500 points per person, which may sound like a lot, but keep in mind that if my wife and I had paid for these business class flights out of pocket, it would have cost us over $7,000. So as soon as I got that text message from SeatSpy, I was able to jump to the available booking, transfer those points to FlyingBlue, and book that incredible travel experience in minutes instead of refreshing the page for weeks on end, hoping that an available award seat would pop up. So all of that is to say, for $4 per month, it is well worth it in my opinion, but that is a personal decision that you'll have to make for yourself. At the end of the day, I think this is a fantastic tool, whether you use the free or paid account, and really it all comes down to saving time. And chances are, if you're a travel hacking nerd like myself, trying to save a buck by using miles and points, then you're probably happy to save an even more valuable resource, your time, by using something like SeatSpy. Also, if you enjoy this unsponsored content where I just tell you about the different tools that I personally use myself, then the best way that you can help support us and earn yourself some credit card points for your next adventure is by checking out some of our favorite travel credit cards, which I'll link to down below the like button. Again, if you want to learn more about the FlyingBlue rewards program, you can check out this recent video, and if you want to learn more about SeatSpy's cousin, Seats.Aero, which is another useful award search tool, then you can check out this video. But until next time, thank you so much for watching, and happy travel hacking.